I love being outdoors. I've always had an affinity for animals from a kid. I love the variety of the job. There's many different things that you get to do and skills that you develop through that. I like sharing it with my children and friends, and I enjoy that, it's a pretty good office. Main challenges are just generally, climatic. We're finishing bulls here, so we need to just manage our pasture, keep the feed levels up to the bulls, and to reach our weight targets and goals. I manage the ups and downs of farming by, I guess, just keeping a realistic expectations of what I can achieve and what I can do. I guess it's realising that you can't do everything. In the past, I've tried to do that, tried to do everything. No one can do the job as good as yourself. So you really have to manage and delegate and prioritise and do the jobs that are the most important and that are going to get the farm the best returns. I think the biggest challenge to keeping well is your mental space. Farming can be pretty tough at times, can be pretty monotonous, and there's so many things that can go wrong and not according to plan. For me, something that I've done is I've tried to work smarter as opposed to harder and longer. And by socialising and talking with other people as opposed to just burying yourself in your work. My sort of personal health has become, for me, a bit of a hobby, and I want to see my kids grow up and be there for them. So I've sort of, in the last year, myself and my family have got into eating better 80% of the time. So we're cutting out a lot of sugars and products out of our diet, and just trying to eat better. It's also important for me to get off the farm. I play social cricket in the summer on a Wednesday evening, and it's a really good opportunity to go and talk with other guys, a bit of man time, and allows you to talk to guys and just realise that you're all going through similar things. I try to stay consistent with my sleeping, going to bed at the same time, getting up at the same time in the morning, and doing that on holiday as well. I find it just keeps my energy levels at a good point, and that's also associated with the diet. Keeping good energy levels and just feeling better. It's good to start the day feeling like you want to get out there. Well, I think the resilience is to actually acknowledge or recognise when you do need a break. And for me, I've sort of worked out, it seems to be every 3 months for me, my wife and family, we need to take a little break to get away, and sometimes a long weekend, a change of scenery. Not many people live at their place of work, and that's another challenge of farming that people need to sort of understand. So it's about recognising when you're getting up to here and that you're starting to get frustrated, and maybe that's a good indication that you just need to take a break. People need to remember that they chose farming for a particular reason, and if you can do a job that you're passionate about, you're pretty lucky, because I know there's a lot of people that don't. So I think to recognise that you've chosen this profession, that there are going to be days that are hard, and there are going to be days that are long, and the days that nothing goes right. But at the end of the day, that always brings an opportunity for you to learn about yourself, to refine your farming systems, to call on your networks of people, to get help when required. And it also means sometimes that you just got to take a day off, take half a day off, do your shifts in the morning, go to the beach for the afternoon, or do something with your kids. I like to sort of call it a mental health day sometimes, where you just take a little bit of time and put your feet up and sit down at home and watch a movie. Something different.